Hello, bookish friends on the internet. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, I am very excited to do my end of the year TBR. Yay! I have a bunch of books here that I would like to get to by the end of the year. And I know you're thinking, Drew, it's already November 10th. How are you going to read 15 books in like 2 months? Well, I'm going to spread these out throughout the month of November and December. So this is kind of like a sneak peek to my December TBR. So if you would like to buddy read any of these books with me, please let me know down below, and I would love to chat with you guys down there. And I'm putting very high pressure on myself right now because I'm in a reading slump, and I just wanted to do a video of me talking about the 15 books that I was very excited for throughout the year. And I just know there's a bunch more that I want to mention. I have 3 honorable mention that I'm doing for this video though before we begin. So I have 3 honorable mention. So those 3 honorable mentions are Ruin by John Gwynne. This is the 3rd installment of the Land of the Faithful and the Fallen series. I read 1 and 2 earlier this year and absolutely loved it. Gave them both 5 stars, and I have the audiobook for this, but I'm just so nervous just because of how huge it is. And I know my friend Taylor, she cried in this one, and I don't want to cry, so I am very nervous for this one, and hopefully I'll love it just as much as I loved book 2, and then I can finally give book 3 back to my friend Taylor. Next book is a better read I'm doing my friend Lori. We don't know when we're reading this, maybe next month, but that is The Jasmine Throne by Tashi Shuri. I believe the sequel just won the best fantasy book of the year from Barnes & Noble, I think, or something like that. So I'm very happy for the author for that. I'm very excited to get into The Jasmine Throne. I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about it. And every time I look at this cover, I'm like, I just want to read you and find out what you're all about. It's the first book in a trilogy, and I just hear nothing but amazing things about it. I still have my Barnes & Noble receipt in here, if you can't tell. So yeah, I really want to get to this soon. The next one that is my honorable mention is The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. I've been seeing this series everywhere on TikTok. It's been on BookTok, it's been on Bookstagram, on BookTube. It's just blowing up. The second book just came out this month, I think, so maybe that's why it's blowing up. But I'm just very hesitant to get into this one because I really tend to love or hate hype books, so this is one of those very hype books that is on my TBR. Again, this is going to be a fantasy heavy TBR. There's no contemporary books in here because, like I said in my unhaul video, which you will see after that, I am just not in a contemporary mood right now, like at all. Like no lovey-dovey short story collections or whatnot. So this is perfect for the winter season. So hopefully I'll love it. I've been hearing mixed reviews about this, so I'm nervous to see what I will think of this. Next book is one that I'm going to be buddy reading with my friend Taylor, and that is This Vicious Grace by Emily Thide. The sequel for this just got a cover reveal, and it's absolutely stunning. And again, I got this from Barnes & Noble, so we got it 30% off, if you can't tell by the sticker. I am buddy reading this with my friend Taylor in December because we just feel like December is a perfect month to read this one in. We were going to do it in November, but we're actually reading Fire by Kirsten Cashore. We're going to buddy read that one in November, and so I'm very excited to read that sequel. But this one I don't know too much about, to be honest. We both read the summary in the bookstore, and it just sounded really interesting. It says 3 weddings, 3 funerals. Alyssa's gift from the god is supposed to magnify a partner's magic, not kill every suitor she touches. Like, that's all we read, and that's all we were intrigued by. And then, of course, stunning in pages. Like, yes, please. And then, it's just stunning all the way around. I've been seeing positive reviews for this one on the book community, so I'm really curious to see what me and my friend Taylor will think. Next one is one I literally just got this month, or literally this week, and I'm already anticipating it a whole lot. It's one of my most anticipated reads of the whole entire month, and that is Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. This is the second and final book in the Legendborn duology. I am so sad that it's only a duology. I really loved Legendborn. I gave that one 5 stars when I read it with my friend Lori, and I think me and Lori were gonna buddy read this one as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lori, but I am very excited for this. It is a chunky fantasy book again. But like I said, my fantasy mood is here and it's gonna stay throughout the whole year, hopefully. So I hope this one doesn't let me down, and I'm just eager to read it. I want to read it now, but like I said in the beginning, I'm feeling like I'm in a reading slump, so I don't know if this is a good book to get me out of a reading slump. Knock on wood, we're not in it next month. But I just can't wait to get to this one. It's one I've been anticipating. It's one that I might do a reading vlog for, so we'll see. I'm very excited for this one nonetheless. Next is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. I've been meaning to read this book every single month, like literally every single month. This was on my September TBR, it was on my October TBR, and now we're here in November and I still have not read this yet. I just need somebody to buddy read this one with me. I know I have a group chat going on for this book, so maybe that group chat would help me out. I have book 2 on my shelf. I don't know where it's at the moment, but I do have book 2. And again, book 3 of this series just came out, so that's why it's still all over book community. Very nervous for this because again, it is very hype, but I hear it's also very confusing. So I'm nervous for that and excited for it as well. And hopefully I'll love this one like I think I will. Next book is a middle grade book, and I need to get caught up with the series so bad because the 9th installment of the series just came out, and that is Keeper of the Lost City series by Shannon Messenger. I'm currently on book 4, and I cannot wait to dive into this one. This one, I don't know why, there's like hair all over this book. Probably because of my dogs. This one is the 4th installment. It's Never Seen by Shannon Messenger. I read 1, 2, and 3 last year and absolutely loved each of them. 3 is my favorite so far, so I'm curious to see if that would change after reading this. This one is chunky than all the other ones, so again, nervous about the size, but if I'm nervous about this, I shouldn't be nervous about Priory, which, spoiler alert, it's on my TBR. But this is a series I would like to get, not finish with next year, but maybe get caught up with, and then finish it next year, because there's supposed to be 10 books out, and book 10 comes out in 2023. Crazy that this is a 10-book series, but I fell in love with the series last year, and I want to pick it back up, and I just miss this world, to be honest. So yeah, this is why it's on that list. Next book is another middle grade novel, and this one just came out August or September, and that is Amari and the Great Games by B.B. Alliston. I know Clint from Read Readers here on BookTube just read this, and he absolutely loved it. I believe it's one of his favorites of the year, so that's really high praise from Clint. I am nervous just because I did love Amari and the Night Brothers. I gave that one 5 stars. It was like one of my favorite books I read the year it came out. And I have the sequel now, and I'm hoping I will love the sequel as much as I loved the first one. Like I said, it is a sequel, and I'm not going to really talk much about this, except that I'm excited for it. Next is another sequel. This is one that I'm definitely eager to get to. Is Kingdom of the Fear by Kerri Maniscalco. This is the 3rd and final book in the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. I read Kingdom of the Wicked the year it came out. Absolutely loved it. I believe it's in a reading vlog. I think my Thanksgiving vlog from 2020. So I'll leave that up above if you want to go watch an old vlog. And now I'm on the sequel of this trilogy. I'm buddy reading book 2 with my friend Lori. And then I think we're going to buddy read book 3, and I'm very excited for this, but also nervous because I don't want to say goodbye to my favorite series. Also, look how cool these eyes are on the camera. I don't think I ever noticed that. That's really cool. But yeah, third and final book. Again, it's hard to talk about sequels on my channel when I haven't even read book 2. I just assume it's going to be picked up right where we left off in book 2. So I need to read book 2 in order to figure out what happens in book 3. Next book I have on my list is All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and Christine Lynn Herman. Again, another book that has been on my TBR ever since I got it. And it's very short, super short. I was supposed to read this with my friend Charlie, but she already read this book this month actually. So I'm gonna pick this up. Hopefully this will get me out of my reading slump. I don't know. Maybe I just need a middle grade to get me out of my slump. But yeah, this one I definitely want to get to by the end of this year. It's like the Hunger Games, but darker, I hear. So I hear nothing but amazing things about this book. Oh my god, this next one. If I don't read this book, I don't think I'm friends with Sydney. I said that to her on FaceTime last night. I was like, if I don't read this book at the end of the year, we're not friends. And that is Crave by Tracy Wolff. Y'all saw this coming. Y'all know this is on my TBR ever since I got it. Sydney's the one who actually got this for me, and I still have not yet read it. I feel so bad because I want to get to the gifts that I got as like Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, whatnot. This one she got for me as a birthday gift, and it's now what, November, and my birthday was back in June. Like, what the heck? I still have like the little note card in here from Sydney herself. So I just need to join Clint's read along that he's doing for the series. He's starting a read along for the series in January, so definitely excited to read that. So if I don't get to this one in either November or December, I can join for the Crave read along, and this will be obviously my first time reading it. And I believe the 8th book of this series just came out, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. The next book is another sequel, and this is the only one I need to read in this series, and that is Master of Iron by Teresa Levenseller. I have really loved Blade of Secrets. I buddy read Blade of Secrets with my friend Charlie. I'll leave everyone I mentioned down below. But I buddy read book 1 last year and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I even, well, not in this one obviously because I haven't read it yet, but I even tabbed book 1 with like my favorite quotes, favorite action scenes. So I'm probably going to do that again since I do have more tabs from my friend Lori. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. This is a sequel that I've been anticipating all year, and I haven't read it yet. I'm so sad because this is like the last book in the series. So maybe that's my excuse for not reading it yet. The next book, I don't know if I'll read it this year or if I'll save it for next year because the sequel for this doesn't come out till November of next year, which is way far in advance. So I might save this for this time next year. And that is Bloodsichon by Deborah Fraley. The cover for this just got revealed, and oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. I'm curious to see if Owlcrate will do anything with it. This is the stunning Owlcrate edition with the sprayed edges. I am just very eager to get to this one. Again, I might not get to it till sometimes in the fall of next year, just because that's when the sequel comes out. But I do hear nothing but amazing things about it. And again, it's one of my Owlcrate books that I meant to get to this year and I just haven't yet. So hopefully I'll love this one. I mean, it is such a stunning edition. I can't stop staring at it. But yeah, I'm excited to see if Owlcrate would do anything for book 2. If not, I'm going to be disappointed. The next book is a Star Wars novel. It's not a Drew's Ambitious Reading video if I don't mention Star Wars. And that is Star Wars, The Princess and the Scoundrel by Beth Revis. I've been meaning to get to this for forever now. This came out back in like August, I think, or maybe even July. And again, it's one that I pre-ordered. It's one that I've been anticipating to read. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I want to read it and love it, but I'm nervous that it won't be like the Star Wars that I know and love. But I know my friend Charlie, she read this one this year and she said she gave it like 4 stars. So that's really amazing to hear. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to this, and I'm curious to see if I will love it as much as Charlie did. The next book is a new release that just came out in September, and that is Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gone. Wow, my ring light is reflected on this. This is the first book in a new spin-off series that is part of the These Violent Delights duology, which I completed that series this year and absolutely loved it. So I'm very excited to get to this one, and I think this is another buddy read I'm doing with my friend Lori, but I'm not too sure exactly. But if anyone else would like to buddy read this chunky fantasy book, please let me know. Next book is another fantasy book, and that is Almost There by Farhad Rokun. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. This is the newest book in the Twisted Tale series. I meant to buddy read this with Clint, but both Clint and I just didn't get to it. So we might save this for later on whenever we're in the mood to read it. Again, it's YA retelling. It says, what if Tiana made a deal that changed everything? What happened? I don't know. Read the book and find out. I know there's another Twisted Tale novel coming out next year that's written by Elizabeth Lim, who I absolutely fell in love with this year, so I'm really excited to read an Elizabeth Lim retelling. But yeah, I'm very excited for this, and I'm hoping I can get around to this sometime this year. If not, I'll save it next year. The second and final book on my TBR is another Star Wars novel, and that is Star Wars The High Republic Path of Deceit by Tessa Granton and Justina Ireland. I am very excited for this. This is phase 2 of the High Republic series, and I'm just eager to get back in this world. I really missed it. I read phase 1 earlier this year. Like, I binge read phase 1 earlier this year, and I really enjoyed phase 1. It's definitely my favorite Star Wars series, I guess. But I'm very excited to get to this. This is the first book in the phase 2 series. I do have the middle grade that I was going to put on this list, but I was like, let me save that for my book haul. But yeah, I'm very excited to get to this. This one came out, I want to say, in October. So I should have put this in my October book haul. So yeah, I love that. And then final book, like I mentioned earlier in this video, is dun 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 dun. It is Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Like, hello. I am nervous to get, I'm just going to set this down because it is huge. I am nervous to get to this bad boy because I hear nothing but amazing things about this. And also, all you people who are getting arcs of the prequel, I am so jealous of. I really want the arc of it because the arc is like the same size. I don't know if I will get an arc of it. It's just like a fever dream of mine. I nervous for this. I just want to do a huge group buddy read with this. So if you would love to buddy read Priory of the Orange Tree with me, please let me know down below. I would love to do so. It is chunky. It is literally 800 pages. I'm nervous. I'm just excited and nervous for this. So I don't know how I would feel about this book, but if I need a weapon to use, I'll definitely pick this one up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just eager to get to this, and I kind of want to do a I don't know if I want to do a 24-hour because I don't know if I'll read the whole thing in 24 hour. But I might do something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I might read this year. I might save it for next year. That way I don't have to wait too long for the prequel. I believe the prequel comes out in February or March. I could be wrong. But yeah, y'all know what this is about. Do I really need to do a summary for you guys? But yeah, it's just amazing. I have it in hardcover. Yeah, that's all I can say about Priory because I haven't read it yet, but I'm just nervous and excited to get to it. So there you have it. Those are all the books I would like to get to by the end of this year. If you read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them down below. Which one of these should I start first? I have a feeling a lot of you are going to say Priory just because it is so huge. And I kind of agree with you there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the give me a like, hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And I'll chat with you guys down below. Bye.